Alright, let's talk briefly about treasury companies and tokenization. I've been seeing this pop up recently. I think it's an interesting part of the dynamic in the demand and supply relationship around different types of tokens, because as far as I'm concerned, regarding the research I've done on crypto so far, which is not much, but I do it as part of the crypto challenge, where I try to trade a little bit of crypto until it's enough to buy my dad a sauna. These crypto companies, like Hong Kong-based QMMM, are basically buying up cryptocurrencies, holding them on their balance sheet, and they're actually traded at a premium in this case. This example, QMM soars massively. Clearly, traders want exposure. They love the volatility. And some companies are not treasuries, but still buying bitcoins on the balance sheet. And very interesting development. Clearly puts more on the demand side of the equation, in the demand and supply relationship of pricing these so-called digital assets in this case. And in this case targeting Bitcoin, Ethereum and Solana, some of the larger ones. I'm also seeing a trend of tokenization, and this is about time, because that's the only clear use case that I've seen so far for the whole blockchain technology part. It's been around for many years. When the internet came, it got use cases quite early, but blockchain has been very, very slow. And in the case of tokenization, we saw, for example, one of the founders of SoFi started a company here that was recently listed. They did the IPO, and people say that they do money from stablecoin, but if you actually read the S1 that they are legally, how to do when they do the listing, you see that it's home equity loan. That's the majority of where the money comes from. However, they also talk about tokenization and having a first mover advantage. Now, I disagree with this. We've seen Robinhood do this in the past. They did tokenization of OpenAI and SpaceX, where they have some private holdings. It's not clear exactly how the ownership claim to that underlying asset is being, purely legally how it works with these tokenizations. But one thing's for certain, being a middleman in that regard is very, very profitable. Amazing gross margins in this crypto space with this tokenization. The more complex the financial instrument is, the higher the profit margin. And if Wall Street can sell it, then they're gonna make it. So I believe we're gonna see more of these treasury companies like QMMM, clearly selling, clearly huge demand, but also tokenization, clearly selling, clearly huge demand. Irregardless of fee structure, or if it's value for your dollar or whatever it might be, we're gonna see these types of products growing in popularity, more and more of them being listed, created. That's my prediction here. So this is one of the early ones in Solana, for example. Just starting to see some treasury companies buy that. Back when I first started looking at it, it was only used to trade meme coins, basically. Create meme coins on the Solana network and then be able to take profits from it when you rug pull. So yeah, it's quick development in the world of financial instruments, and there's lots of profits to be made. But we have to ask ourselves, are we the one being rug pull in cases like this, or are we the one that's selling the shovel where some money can actually be made? Quite interesting, quite complex space. Happy to hear your thoughts regarding these Treasury companies. Haven't really made up my mind regarding them yet. The only thing I think is certain is that we're gonna see more of them. But whether it's good or bad, that remains to be seen. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.